I want to talk about the men first. So there is a such thing as menopause as well. Yes,
Men
as
what?
men,
Men
menopause.
men uh,
Yes, did you know that?
no.
Right along live.
Dr. Kennedy, let's talk about menopause because this is an issue that I'm seeing that even it's getting younger and younger. I have a friend, she's in her 30s and she start to experience early signs of menopause. What's going on?
Well, before I jump into the ladies, then I want to talk about the men first. So there is a such thing as menopause as well. Yes,
Men
as
what?
men, menopause.
Men,
Yes, did you know that?
no.
So what happens is as you get older, the testosterone decreases. Your testosterone, for those who don't have testosterone issues, but the testosterone declines the older you get. And the testosterone is your hormone. That's your male hormone. That's what makes
Uh,
you feel great. You feel lively. You feel energetic. When you're feeling sad, when you're feeling down, depressed, no energy, when you're feeling anxious or agitated or irritable or weight gain, those are some signs that you know what the testosterone may be decreasing and you're going through that menopause. So getting the testosterone checked, in men is important when you go for your yearly physical. And then, as you know, some other changes that could happen is you develop some gray hairs on the sac and
uh,
the pubic area,
uh,
and women may develop this as well. So, but yeah, so yeah, it's the menopause. So if you're having any of those symptoms and you don't know why, it could be something internally going on. But with women, let's get to women. Wow, yes.
yes.
Yes, because what happens is menopause. So official menopause or postmenopause is when you have not had your period for a year. And I'm not talking about if you have PCOS or you have, irregular periods all your life. I'm talking about when you're actually haven't had a period for over a year. That's when you're officially menopause. And then we check your hormones and then your estrogen level is low. So that's a sign. And
Do your
then
sex drive,
what?
do your sex drive, women's sex drive decrease as well?
Yes, because the sex drive can decrease because the estrogen. Remember, I talked about hormones. So the male hormone is what? Testosterone. So
Yeah.
the female hormone is the estrogen, progesterone, and then we have a little bit of testosterone as well. It doesn't have to be as high as the men, but when those decline, we still feel some symptoms. So some of the symptoms of decrease, and before I get into the symptoms, you mentioned it can start as early as 35. And I've seen where, and if it does start before 40, it is, they call it early or premature menopause, right? But normally it starts, you start getting symptoms and you're going through the change when your periods become irregular, right? When your periods become irregular, and that usually starts about, and it depends on when your family, when your mother or your sister started, anywhere from 45 and up. But some of the symptoms can be irritability, which is mood changes, decrease in sex drive, agitated. You notice that, you're getting more anxious, depressed. You're not as patient as you used to be. Also, ladies, hot flashes, night sweats, joint pain. The biggest ones are the hot flashes and the night sweats for my ladies. That's like the biggest thing. And then also insomnia. They really have difficulty sleeping, difficulty falling or staying asleep. So these are some symptoms of menopause that women can start to experience, and that I don't believe men don't make your sex drive decrease. Oh, I'm just reading the comments. Yeah. But so all of that And then inflammation, Urus says, you start having bowel issues as well. But estrogen is so important to a woman's body. So when you don't have that, you need some things that's going to help replace that. So that's why it's important at a certain age to really, really, and I know we always talk about diet again. We're going back to diet, right? Yeah. But diet is key. You are what you eat. When you're eating a lot of spicy foods, greasy foods, caffeine causes constriction of your vessels. So throughout your body. So if that's tightening of your vessels. So if you're having hot flashes and night sweats, you want to relax, right? You want your vessels and arteries to be open so the blood can flow through adequately. But if you're, all tense and mad and caffeine and blood pressure's up, that causes vasoconstriction. So that actually makes the hot flashes and night sweats worse. So again, we got to go back to the diet. Also, water, and staying away from a lot of sugar. Your diet high in sugar turns into fat. Fat cells also cause a lot of, sometimes different cancers, and it causes you to gain weight and so forth. So, these are just some major issues when it comes to menopause with women.
Right Along Live.